go and spin the wheel. So after spinning the wheel, we have present simple. Present simple. Now what do we mean by present simple? This is what we are going to talk about. We are going to talk about when do we use the present simple, what is the affirmative form, what's the negative form, what's the question form. So let's start with the first one, which is the when do we use the present simple? Okay. If I say to you, or if I tell you that I woke up this morning at 6 a.m., then I go to work, I have my breakfast, then I see my colleagues, then I get into the work, and then leave my work and go home. So all of these are, we call them the daily routine. We call them what? Daily routine. Excellent. So what do we mean by daily routine? Which means things that we are going through them regularly. Which means that I always woke up in the morning doing the same thing till I'm going to sleep. So things, we do them regularly from the moment I woke up to the moment I go to sleep. What do we call them? Yes, excellent. We will call them daily routine. Daily routine. Okay, so this is the first one. We use the present simple to talk about the daily routine. Okay, what you are going to do now is you are going to bring your notebook and a pen, and you are going to tell me about your daily routine. What do you do when you woke up? What do you have in your breakfast? What do you do during the day? So please go ahead. I will give you 30 seconds to write about your daily routine. Okay, so did you write about your daily routine? I'm so excited to listen to you. Please write your daily routine in the comments. I'm waiting for you. Okay, so after talking about our daily routine, what's the second use for the present simple? What do you think? Okay, yes, excellent. Habits. Okay, so the second one, which is habits. Okay, so what do you mean by saying habits? Okay, take 30 seconds to think about what do we mean when we say habits. Okay, so did you write down what's the meaning of habits? Okay, I asked my colleagues, what's the meaning of habits? Then they told me that habits is the things that you are doing them regularly, which means that every Friday, notice that I say every Friday, I go to my grandfather's house. Okay, so this event happens every Friday. This event happens every Friday. So this is a specific period of time and it's regularly happen every Friday. Okay, great. So the second one is habit. What's your habits? Tell me about them, please. Okay, then I thought a lot Okay, so I use present simple to talk about daily routine, then to talk about habits. What do you think the other uses for the present simple? Think about it. And tell me what's the third use for the present simple. So, are you thinking now? Yes, excellent. Which is facts. Facts is the third usage for the present simple. Now, what do we mean by saying facts? So, facts is the things that do not change. Things do not change. Okay, so you may find it difficult to understand what's the meaning of facts. Okay, we say that facts is things that do not change. What does this mean? Okay, if I told you, or if I say a sentence like, the moon appears at night. The moon appears at night. Okay, so can anyone say that this sentence is incorrect? Totally not, because it's actually correct. The moon appears at night. It doesn't appear at morning. So this is the fact, or what we call it also scientific facts. So we have three uses for the present simple. The first one, the daily routine. The second one, habits. And the third one, which is facts. Okay, so after learning when do we use the present simple, you have to form a sentence. But how to form a sentence? Yes. Okay. Have a look. Sometimes we have something we call it affirmative sentence. What do we call it? Yes, it's affirmative sentence or a positive sentence. Okay. Now, how to write this affirmative sentence or how to write this positive sentence? We'll go ahead and see what do we have to do. Okay, let's type here. Okay, after typing here for, we are going to write affirmative. And affirmative means a positive sentence. Okay, so any sentence in English, any sentence have to start with a subject. Have to start with a subject. But here we are going to divide the subject into two parts. We have singular subject and we have plural subject. Okay, what's the difference between singular subject and plural subject? What do you think? Give me your opinion. What's your ideas? Did you write down about singular subject and a plural subject? Okay, yes, excellent. Singular subject maybe would be a pronoun or maybe a noun, which means that it may be a singular pronoun or a singular noun. Okay, so what does this mean? Let's have a look. If we have a subject like he, she, it, or a singular noun like Sarah. we are going to add es, but in this way. If we have a verb that ends with these letters, then we will add es, not s. So what's the letter we are going to add to them? Es if they end with a verb. The first one, which is sha. Okay, we will put here sha. The second letter, which is cha. We will put here cha. The third letter and the fourth one, x and o. So x and o, we will also add to them es. And then the last two actually, z and s. So whenever I see a verb that has a singular subject, so the first condition must be a singular subject, then the verb must end with one of these letters to add es. So can you give me an examples of verbs that end with these letters? Like any verb that end with sha, any verb that end with cha, the same for x, o, z, and s. Go ahead, take 30 seconds to think about it. Give me a group of verbs that ends with these letters in order to put a singular subject and to add to them es. Go ahead. Okay, so did you write down the verbs that end with these letters? Let's have an example. Okay, sha, like the verb wash. If I say she washes her clothes, she washes her clothes. Also cha, like watch. If I say she watches the movie, she watches the movie. Notice that I add es because the verb she, and she is singular, so we have to add es. Okay, x like the verb fix. He fixes the car. So because the subject is he and he is singular pronoun, then we will add es to the verb fix because it ends with x. Okay, go. Ahmed goes to his school every day. I add es to the verb go because it ends with es. And also, and the most important condition, because the subject is Ahmed and Ahmed is a singular subject. Now let's have a look at these sentences, okay? And you have to stop the video for 3 seconds to do the sentence, and then you will open it again and listen to the answer, okay? Let's start with the first one. Ahmed turned very well, and the verb speak. The first thing I have to with no additions? Tell me. Okay, we will do it together. Have a look at the first word, which is bad driving. What's the meaning of bad driving? It means just one thing, okay? So bad driving is a singular subject, so we will add s or es. Have a look at the verb cause. We will put here, we will put it here. Then beside what we will add to it. The last letter in the verb cause, e. So do we have to add es? Yes, excellent. We will not add es. We will just add s to become causes. So bad driving causes many accidents. So be careful when you drive your car. Okay, number 4. My friends on their birthday. My friend on their birthday. So we treat it as a singular subject. So I have to think, do I have to add something to the... Okay, now the verb, the subject I, with the present simple, we treat it as a plural subject. So do we have to add something or not? Actually, no. We have not to add something. So we will put the verb great as great. So with no additions, we will put it as great. Okay. Now number 5, the child, colorful dresses, and the verb like. The child, we mean just one child. And the plural form from the child, the children. But here we have just one child. So the child, we will add s or es to the verb according to the last letter in the verb. If we have a verb like this way, so the last letter is e, we have to add s to become likes. The child likes colorful dresses. Number 6, Sammy, which is just one person, singular subject, so I have to add whether to use es or s. Okay, and the verb go. Have a look at the verb go. What's the last letter in the verb go? Think about it. Okay, excellent. It's O. Okay, so O. Is it one of these verbs that we use to add es with them? Actually, yes. So with go, we will add es to become goes. So Sammy goes to school every week. I cannot say Sammy go to school every week. No, this is incorrect. The correct form to say Sammy goes to school every week. Okay, number 7 now. Aman and Iman, 2 person, 2 people. Okay, so because they are 2 people, then they are plural subjects. So we will have a look at the verb, which is listen, and put it as listen with no additions because they are plural. The last one, the sun, every day, every morning. So what this sentence indicate? Is it a daily routine? Is it a habit? So what is it? Think about it. Yes, excellent. It's a fact. It's a fact because the sun shines every morning. I just add s because the verb already ends with e. Okay, so let's talk about the last thing. But before that, making a quick revision for what we have learned. We say that we have to look at the subject. We have to look at the subject. If the subject is singular, then I have to add to the verb s or es. S for all the verbs with a singular noun, but es for the verbs that end with some letters like ch, sh, x, o, z, and s. Okay, plural subject, we have to add nothing to the verb and use it as a base form. Now what is the verb? Preceded by a singular subject. So we have to add a verb. We have to add s or es to the verb. But what if the verb ends with y? We have to stop for a while and be careful with the letter y. If any verb ends with y, then we will have to look at the previous letter before the y. If it's one of the vowels, then we will add s directly, like the verb play. It's preceded by a vowel, the y preceded by a vowel. Then we add s directly to become she plays. In this
as we said before, we said that if we have a singular subject, then we had to add s or es according to the end of the verb. I mean the last letter in the verb. So here we are going to decide if we want to add s or es, and if we want to change the y into I, then add es. Now, all of these verbs must be preceded by he, she, or it, or a singular noun to add to them s or es. Have a look at the first one, the verb catch. Catch ends with cha and cha, then we have to add es. Run, we have to add s. Drinks, yes, excellent, we have to add s. Starts, just s. Lives, just s. Wash, it ends with sha, then we have to add es. Yes, excellent. Pie, it's the y preceded by u, and u is a vowel, then we have to add s directly. Enjoy, the same, enjoys, we have to add s. Plays, s. Kisses, es, yes, excellent, because it ends with double s. Excellent. Cooks, just s. Stands, just s. Fixes, yes, excellent, es, because it ends with x. Watches, es, excellent. Rushes, es. Carry, we have to change the y into I, then add es. Fries, we have to change the y into I, then add es. Excellent. Study, the same also, we have to change the y into I, then add es. Comes, we have just to add s. Smokes, we have to add s. Excellent. Fetch, we have to add es because it's end with ch. Touch, es also, excellent. Misses, we have to add es. Writes, we have to add just s. Copy, we have to change the y into I, then add es. Marry, also the same, we have to change the y into I, then add es. Try, we have to change the y also into I, then add es. So we have to put a singular subject before these verbs in order to add s or es. This example, children ask or asks. Yes, it's excellent. Ask without s, because we have children, it's a plural subject, we have to add nothing. She go or she goes. Yes, excellent, she goes, because it's a singular subject, we have to add es because it's end with o. A lot of birds. Flies or fly. Yes, excellent, fly with no additions. She studies. Yes, excellent, we have to change the y into I, then add es because it's preceded by a singular subject. My father watches. Excellent, we have to add es. He understands or understand. Yes, excellent, understands with s. He fights or he fight. Yes, excellent, fights with s. Big dogs, like or likes. Yes, excellent, like, without s. He's very naughty, he pushes. Excellent, pushes, we have to add es. Lesson, lessons, start or starts. Excellent, start with no additions because lessons are a plural subject. Then we have to add nothing to the verb. Excellent, okay.